Hello everyone, it's Buddy on Gear, and welcome back to Sound the Drop, Fall into Poison. It's been a while since I've played this game. Hopefully I remember what's going on. Basically, as far as I'm seeing so far, it is a visual novel. And it has quite an interesting start so far in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get into this, shall we? Now, I'm not sure if I read this already, so I'll go ahead and read it. I had to start my recording as the previous cutscene was cutting in because I attempted to, but I already deleted it. I pressed my record button and it made the text go ahead, so I had to do it while the previous cutscene was going in. So here we are. But first, before I do that, I'm going to make sure to hit menu and save, because I figured that out. Okay. Sunday is 3 days after that. The day I promised to go with Himeno to Mountain Aquarium has arrived. We are to meet at noon at the Mantencho station, as in customary for me. I arrived 30 minutes early. Now I may or may not do voices for the characters, because I feel like I might mess them up, but I'll give it a go. Leaning against a pillar, I do nothing but space out. Tons of people pass before me. Menton is really crowded on days off. Even so, there aren't really that many families or groups of students. Everyone around me appearing to be adults. Because of that, I quickly began to feel uneasy. Within this crowd, I am alone. Inexplicitly, yeah, that's alright. My head begins to hurt. I wonder if Himeno will be here soon. I mutter to myself, then look at my shoes. Deep blue sandal boots that were this year's newest product. My mom and I had stopped off at the department store on Saturday. She bought them for me after coaxing on my part. They were far from what you'd call high quality. I'll take one earbud out because I feel like I'm speaking too loud. But they were still a bit pricey on a junior high schooler's allowance. Not usually the type to beg, I couldn't take my eyes off of these boots. Mom bought them with almost no resistance, saying, You're going out of town, so you need to look your best. I like both their form and their color, and I found them a better fit for the summer season than anything else. I take my cell phone out and check the time. There are still 15 minutes to go until we're to meet. Since Himeno is always 3 minutes later than the time we established, I've got another 20 minutes. I finished reading my paperback on the train, so I have nothing to kill time with. There's nothing I can do about it, so I decided to keep myself from boredom by watching the people passing by. If I don't keep myself distracted, horrible thoughts will revive in my head. Oh, mind. Where did I get head from on that sentence? I'm always worrying about what will happen if I'm late, though. But it had actually been about a month and a half. It had actually been a month and a half since Himeno and I had gone out. We always talked at school, but we always spent time together afterwards. Anyone who saw us probably thought we were opposites. Outings like this aside, I often spent my days off at home. When I was in early elementary school, our family would go out often. But lately that's been limited to dining out on Saturdays. So when I ask what I do when I stay at home, I usually just say I do nothing. Doing homework and watching TV is stuff that seems pretty common to me. And the other end of the spectrum is Himeno. Goes out regularly. I often hear stories of when she went to karaoke on weeknights, or about how she traveled out of town on Sundays. She's a member of an active sports club and often wants to hang out with them afterwards. When out of town on the already limited days off, we have tends to make me think. Even though it's a day to rest, I don't feel rested at all. In other words, doesn't I feel like... I read that completely wrong. In other words, sometimes like this is the difference between Himeno and I. Not much common ground between us. Why we became friends is... Guess she knows something. Put the earbud back in just in case. Suddenly the lights fade from my vision. It just wasn't... It wasn't just that it had become dark, but that I had the sensation of being unable to breathe. Rather than sweating, I get a little mad. Oh wait, no. Stop. Come in. Sorry, can't help it. Hearing my wordless protests, Himeno pulled her hands away. I get playing the "Who am I?" game while covering someone else's eyes, but covering someone's mouth is just like Himeno. When I puff my cheeks and object, Himeno just smiles at me. It's because you were staring into his face. May you? Instead of apologizing, Himeno blew the nape of my neck without thinking. I made a weird sound. Embarrassed, I looked around 2 or 3 times. The pedestrians walking by seemed unperturbed and didn't even look our way. Clover, who had surprised me, moves in front of me before I realize it. You're mean, Himeno. But I got to hear something good. No, you didn't. Moreover, you're... As I say that, I check my time on the smartphone. It's 3 minutes to noon. I agreed upon meeting time. It's not time yet. Okay, it's not time yet. How rare. That's rude. Jeez. I'll make you make a weird noise again. Wow, that little sentence is weird and a little weird, but saying that Himeno opens and closes her fingers with a small, swift grasping motion. At times like this, I know I had better change the subject or get messed with by Himeno again. Oh, by the way, did you buy a new one? You mean a necktie? Yes, I did. I thought I should get one to match my shorts. You and I haven't hung out since around midterms, may you? If I buy something today, I'd really be out of money. Buy money. Gee, what about the aquarium? You're still set on finding out about the urban legends then? Oh, cool. Or I'm just gonna read that as of course, even though it's like squiggled weirdly. You'll see what I mean. That's my number. Got the line already. That's my number one goal. But as usual, I can't count the things I want to do on just one hand. Okay, I get it. As long as I eat cookies and ice cream, that is absolute. Oh, I haven't forgotten. Anyway, Mayu, aren't your sandals new? Himeno says as she looked at my feet, talking about 3 times as fast as she does in class. Yeah, nice, aren't they? They're super cute. Oh, cool, I want a pair too. Nope. They will be too similar, and these are the only pair of sandals I have for the summer. Talking like this, it put me at ease. Unlike myself, whose child is, Himeno knows a lot about fashion and trends. Even here in Matin, it seems like she blends in. Most importantly, by being with Himeno and constantly chatting, I no longer feel lonely. Oh yeah, Himeno, why did you bring such a huge bag? I'm glad you asked. With a hee-hee, Himeno opens the Boston bag she had let sink down from her shoulder. A variety of things come out, such as flashlight, insect repellent, a blanket, a first aid kit, matches, and snacks like chocolate and cookies. That's a little too much, don't you think? But better safe than sorry. What is all this? Where do you plan on going? Ignoring the twitch developing in my face, Himeno thumps her chest. Geez, to the aquarium. But since we're investigating the urban legends, we should at least have some supplies. Rather than an investigation, The equipment she has reminds me more of camping in the mountains. The snacks and blanket aside, where in the city this size will we need insect repellent or a flashlight? Flashlight at night. I keep those feelings to myself and just smiled. I let out a breath that is half exasperated, half amused. I don't get sick of being with Himeno. Whether Himeno is aware of my word, gaze, or not, she starts to take something out and quickly shoves it back in. She gives me a smile implying some secret. Ah, no wait, it's too soon to show you that. Oh wait, show you that. It's too soon for you to see that. There we go. What are you about to pull out? I'm not telling. Upon saying that, he quickly closes the bag. The way I see it, it is a wonder she fit all the supplies she had out just a moment ago. Wonder where it's all being stored. By the way, no club today? I ask with the underlying question of whether or not today is a day off for the club. At my question, Himeno averts her eyes. Probably no club today. Really? Giving a brief answer, I start walking. Upon hearing her reply, I immediately understand it as, she skipped it again. But not wanting to ruin the merry mood, I merely quicken my pace. I'm not in any clubs, but even I know it's not good to skip. Speaking honestly, I want her to show up for a club, as she seems to be respected even by students from other schools. Coming here together like this makes me feel equally guilty, though. Once I get thinking, don't usually stop, so the conversation shifts to a ramen shop that catches my eye. Oh. Mayu, do you want to get lunch? Huh? You caught that? Then, as if she seen right through me, we head into a nearby coffee shop. It is apparently famous following its coverage in a magazine for a sandwich that was overflowing with vegetables. I say apparently because on excitedly finding the restaurant, and I shared this. Compared to a hamburger shop, this place is a bit intimidating and trendy to me. But since I'm with Himeno, it don't bother me. Shoving the roast chicken sandwich with extra olives that I ordered into my mouth, the unease I have been feeling disappears. Is it the feeling of hunger? In contrast to my forever Himeno eats her avocado and shrimp sandwich in small bites. Well then, about our plans for today. Himeno starts in as soon as we finish eating. We'll start with the aquarium, no matter what. That's the main thing. So we'll look into the old man's ghost and the closed off deep sea fish booth rumors. After that, let's go to the shop and finally have some ice cream. I think it's better to get the cookies and cream first. If you eat 2 times, you'll mess up your stomach and get fat. You won't be able to wear a bathing suit. It's no fair for you to put it that way. It isn't fair. Is in the exercise club, so she will be fine. But for someone like me who doesn't exercise enough, it makes me stop and think. Having said I wanted to go to the pool, it is all the more important. Okay, now we'll stick with my plan. That was a delicious meal. Urged by Himeno, I decided to leave the ice cream shop for another time. Talking about silly things together, we leave the station behind. As opposed to the station's excellent cooling system, the streets have a particular humidity and heat to them that envelops our bodies. Beginning of July, summer has only just begun, which it's going to be happening over here soon. It'll be starting next month somewhere, and I can already tell it's going to be a tough one. Entering each building. We weave our way through the crowds until we are 10 minutes away from the station, finally ending up in front of a skyscraper. Ugh. The building is a symbol for the people at Maten, a combined facility for commerce, what you might call a fashion building in reference to the business it contains. Maten is a town known as a place people go for amusement. If you really want to have a good time, they have a movie theater, arcades, and several shops, though you need to have money, obviously. Because of that, young men and women are more numerous than boys and girls. This town of people older than us, even scans the panels for each floor without fear, saying, the aquarium is... People are concentrated around the panels. A little help to Himeno and trying to take up as little space as possible. I leave the search to her and I gaze up at the building. I look up and up. The top of the building is so far I think my neck will snap. That's magnificent. The building was built not long ago after I was born. It has been finished before I could walk, but the first and only time I came here was in elementary school. The instant I came back on my first visit, my head begins to hurt. Okay. No. I have to try not to think about it. Those are things from long ago. Things from the past. Things that are done. I can do nothing but deal with the pain that feels as if something is pressing against the inside of my skull. I can finally hear Himeno calling me in a loud voice. The elevator's this way. Come on. I push away my headache and step through the automatic door. Information at the entrance and the placement of the crane game are exactly the same as that day, giving me a slightly bad feeling. If that song was copyright, I'll probably end up removing it. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and call this episode good. Let me save properly. I'll just save it as file 2 because, episode 2. I had to put that one there because episode 1. And I found out from the other episode that I accidentally put a quick save. I didn't realize it. So here's the proper save. Okay. If I might actually take that opening and put that in each episode, at the beginning. But, well, I'll get that done some thought. But for now, if you like this video, feel free to give it a like, subscribe for more further content. It helps quite a bit. And I hope you all have a good day / night. See ya, everyone.